Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. On 1st and 10, Rudolph. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A first carry now for Reggie Bush. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now Sanders. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. One of the best punt returns we'll see, 93 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. First possession resulted in a punt. What does Mr. Davis predict for possession number 2?
I'm looking forward to seeing what they...
And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. So the Steelers now in great shape to begin their initial possession. They're led by the NFL's MVP in 2018 and also MVP of Super Bowl 54 in his 5th season. It's Patrick Mahomes. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. He'll dump this off to Cook. An agile move and a nice gain, then dropped at the 25-yard line. From the 25 on 2nd down, Mahomes swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, 2nd catch on the drive.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Dalvin Cook, 14 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. And a Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Kevin Byard, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raider, gets the sack. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. On 2nd and 10. Mahomes. He's going to try and go deep again. And this is caught at the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. David Njoku from 17 yards out. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 21-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Rudolph looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Bush. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Joseph Charlton now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. David Njoku with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and a rout is on here in this first half. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Soul searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Rudolph's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Rudolph looking to throw it. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Mean Joe Green in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
David Njoku and the rest of the offense heading back out onto the field. And what can they do to better account for him? Because they haven't accounted for him well so far as we see. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Mahomes now on 1st down. Airing this one out for Evans. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Mike Evans, 65 yards. And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes this 35-0 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Here comes a 1st down throw from Rudolph. He finds his man, complete. It's Bush. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rudolph, and that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Now it's Rudolph. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bush. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it, They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Mike Evans. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. On first down, it's Rudolph. He finds his man, complete. That's Bush. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it second down. A final shot before the break. Rudolph looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Welcome back. Halftime. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up the...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. David Njoku, 58 yards. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go? And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Blunt. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rudolph. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. You've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now Rudolph. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Daniil Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together. And
got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great play there. 45 yards. And the Steelers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit hurt you, and it worked really well for them.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Steelers ready for their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cut. Back angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
He finds his tight end, Gentry. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Tries to force it to Megatron, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love that you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
And here comes a return from just deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Butker on for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rudolph. He finds his man, complete. It's Bush. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. from the gun. Here's Rudolph. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. He's knocking on that door for a 100-yard gain.
And what receiver doesn't want to be part of this? Every receiver, when the game starts, wants to have 100 or more yards next to his name. It's a badge of honor, but it also shows that you're helping out your team.
And he has certainly been helping out his team so far. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Butker now to add the extra point. And they're not going to get the kick off in time.
Good job, baby.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. They'll try it again now after the 5-yard walk-off. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play. Touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Rudolph. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Steelers getting set and ready for their next possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He'll rifle this one deep right side. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. A big play that time for Pittsburgh.
I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there, called it the 26. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Rudolph. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. This is caught by Evans. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on the... Kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. To throw again on second down. Rudolph. He finds his man. Complete. That's Bush. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. One last throw here for Rudolph. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Steelers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about it.
I shall come forth as pure gold.